Hello, and welcome to Shaheen and Erica's Shitshow Extravaganza.
Hello, my name is Erica, and the only interesting thing I'm doing this summer is watching Twice in concert.
My name is Shaheen, and the only interesting thing I'm doing this summer is going to fat camp.
We're talking about summer today.
Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, summer, it's the best time of the year as a kid. Hell in Kuwait, basically. And overall, a very relaxing time. And, you know, throughout your life, you tend to incorporate travels or, you know, going to the beach or hanging out with friends or, you know, no school, unless you take summer school, throughout summer. And that's probably what makes summer such a juicy time of the year.
Okay, perfect. So summer, it's hot. It's when I sleep with the fan on, no blanket. I take showers twice a day. Never go outside because I'm afraid to get sunburnt. Longer days, shorter nights.
I'm glad you have the Wikipedia open of summer. But yeah, no, like I was walking outside today, not even deliberately. I was walking from my gym to my car. Like it's not. Let me go kill myself and walk around the street. But while I'm walking, and this was nighttime, the only way I could describe the weather here is it's like a gentle, warm fart hitting your face. It's very warm air slapping upon your face. It is uncomfortable. I feel dry. I feel so dry. I drank 6 cups of water in a span of 1 hour.
I hate summer.
Why?
It's hot.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, no school.
That's legit the only reason. It's like I don't give a fuck. Like it's hot.
Wait, what do you mean you don't give a fuck?
I don't give a fuck if there's summer vacation. I'm hot.
Do you travel usually in the summer, like growing up?
Yeah, actually. Well, when I was like before high school, I would either go to Temecula or Palm Springs to, hang out with my aunts.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, now I just not travel because gas is expensive.
It's very common here in Kuwait that everyone leaves during the summer.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it's basic. It's
hot.
like the opposite of birds. Birds fly south for the winter.
Oh.
We fly anywhere but in the fucking Middle
I
East.
thought you were comparing the weather to birds, and I'm like, I don't see what's the correlation.
Well, I mean, if you wait a fucking second to hear the rest of it, you'd understand the correlation.
Okay, I know. I'm just saying.
Are you saying I'm a fucking bird? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, you implied that.
Oh fuck.
If
the shoe fits.
Fit.
I never got that idiom. If the shoe fits, but anyway. Yeah, so it's very common for people to travel. Usually they go to Europe because that's a colder region. I mean, yeah, also about I think 4 hours to get to some major cities via plane, obviously.
You know what gets you somewhere in 4 hours?
DC.
No, I didn't phrase that right.
What?
I mean, if you drove.
No, if you take a plane, you get to DC in 4 hours.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, but if you drove,
if you drove, you wouldn't. If you drove and you were going to Los Angeles during rush hour, there goes your 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing:
trying to get on the plane.
Everyone complains, to go to. Where would you go? That's not even worth the trip.
Nebraska.
Bliss. A lot of people complain about Los Angeles traffic. You haven't seen anything. Once, like in my gym, is 5-minute driving distance away from my house. It took me 30 minutes to get there. I could have walked there. I'm lying. Obviously, I could not have walked. I mean, I could, but I don't want to die. I'm not gonna die from heat, but I'm not gonna feel okay.
The Philippines. I think the Philippines traffic is terrible. A 20-minute drive turned into 2 hours.
It's just
I
not
was
worth it
asleep
anymore.
for 2 hours. Yeah, we were just going to Mall of America, like America of Asia. That's
The
right,
Mall of Asia.
the Mall of Asia, and it took like almost 2 hours, and it was okay with me because I fucking knocked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got in the car at like I want to say 1 o'clock, and then we like got to the thing at 3:30, and I'm like, bro, what the heck?
So we can all agree that
That's
that
crazy.
summer affects traffic some way or form.
I mean, it's the Philippines. It's not even summer.
I
I
know.
think.
I'm joking because we got off track with
Oh yeah,
yeah.
just kidding, guys. We fooled you. This podcast is
It's
about
about
traffic.
traffic. Yeah. Um.
Buckle up. You're about to get your license.
What? What a weird. Okay.
Buckle
But
up. We're going on a road trip through traffic.
get in. We're going. What? What's that phrase? Get in the car. We're.
We're going shopping.
Oh, is that
Get
is
in,
that it?
loser. We're going
We
shopping.
get yeah,
For
loser.
Mean
I was
Girls,
missing
right?
that. Yeah.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Yeah. Anyway, back to summer. We wanted to share with you guys some of our favorite recent summer memories. We're not delving too far back just because we're trying to keep this podcast not that long. Uh, so we're going to just discuss the past 2 to 3 summers. Maybe mention some past ones, but like not get into it. Would you like to start first, Erica, or should I?
You can start.
Okay. I'm a. Sorry, that reminded me of a toy we had.
Take us back. What year is it?
Oh. Um.
Take us back. What year was it?
Before I get to that year, 2000
Okay.
and
The fuck? What do you mean before you get to that year? You didn't even introduce a year.
yeah, before we get to that year, the year that I'm gonna discuss eventually. Just wait. My God, you watched Avengers and you couldn't wait. Just chill.
No, it
The
just
hype
didn't make sense. Before I get to that year, we didn't
to
even
that
know
year.
what
That is
year
being.
was.
That is being. It's implied that later you'll
Fuck
understand
your
what that is.
pronoun.
Don't fuck
Fuck
my
your pronoun.
pronoun. Anyway,
Fuck your pronouns.
stop it.
Fuck,
Uh,
yeah, chicken nugget.
listen. One of the best summers I had growing up was back in high school when my family went on a trip to a cruise on the Mediterranean. It was bougie as fuck. And the thing is, me and a bunch of kids that we met there, our age, we became friends, and we were very ghetto, and we always got trouble. But yeah, no, if you guys want to hear the story, we'll save it for another time. But that trip was definitely one that really made a summer, good. But throughout the summers, I've had summer jobs. I've had just traveling with family or just chilling at home, whatever. But I'm talking about the summers that I spent in the States. So now, summer of 2016. That's for you, Erica. That's that year. Now you know.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't do much that summer. That's the
All
story.
right. Well, that's the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
by
Anyway,
the way.
we'll see you guys next week. And then no. That was my first summer completely in the States. Because prior to that, I would return back home to Kuwait. I don't know why. I don't know why I would come back to Kuwait in the worst time of the year. But anyway, I stayed that summer. That's my first Ramadan in the States, and it was overall not bad. Could have been better. But then the only memorable things I remember doing that summer is just hanging out with friends and being stupid and kind of just appreciating the small things. I had a summer class there. That's my first non-online summer class that I had in SDSU, and I loved that class. It was a great time because the teacher was great, and I got an easy A. But some notable moments of that summer were stressful, but in retrospect, a great time. So my cousin stayed in the same apartment complex, not complex, but apartment grounds. Is it Aquaterra? He stayed in Aquaterra, but in a different building. And he was moving out, but he already left the States. Like he already left for the summer, and they decided that he's gonna move out, him and his roommate. So my uncle he messages me or he calls me and he tells me, Shaheen, can you clear up the apartment? We left you a key somewhere, whatever. Like they gave me a key, and he said, can you clear it up? And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. I'll just sell shit online. And he said, okay, whatever you sell, you can keep the money. I'm like, great. Now I have an incentive to do it. And then I said, okay, when do you need to move out? Like a month or two? Because remember, this is a fully furnished apartment. He was like, yeah, about a week. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was the most stress because I was fasting too, so I can't do it during the day because I would be day sleeping because that happens in Ramadan. And then at night, they don't have electricity bill because they already moved out, so there's no light in the apartment. So I'm like stumbling over shit. Big shout out to Kim because she was staying in my place over the summer and she helped clean the apartment. Like she did the nitty gritty stuff, which is I appreciate. We had to move so much shit that like we put the small things in my apartment like dishes or kitchenware, and then I posted on SDSU's Black Market Facebook page the stuff that I'm selling, and we had a lot of people come by, which is great. And then the two most stressful things that we had to do, one was a bed. We had to get a bed down the stairs, and my apartment doesn't have an elevator. And the bed, you can't pivot the bed because it's all together. Bennett helped me, and the guy that was buying the bed also helped us carry the bed down. We put it in his car. The sun set, that means I'm supposed to break my fast. But the guy's car, because he left it on the entire time, the battery died.
Oh, man.
So Bennett, being Bennett, literally that's the only way you can describe him, had jumper cables. He gets his car, and because the dude's car was so big, it took a while for it to charge the battery. And then when I went back to the apartment, usually Kim has food ready for me because that's our deal. You get to stay in my apartment, but you make me food for Ramadan. But she had an online exam, so she didn't have time. So I basically didn't eat anything until 10 p.m. that night. Stressful. In retrospect, a good time. We also had to move the couch, and they had one of those L-shaped couches. Going down the stairs, we had like 6. Me, Andrew, Steven, Daniel. Who else did we have? We had a team. And we were carrying that shit down. We got splinters. Steven was being a bitch, which is funny because now he goes to the gym. He's much more helpful now, probably. And then the shit that we couldn't sell on time, we just gave it to charity. Gave it to poor people's houses. But it was very stressful. And then later on that summer, I also did Anime Expo for the first time. I didn't pay for the ticket. I wasn't going to go because I was too lazy to buy a ticket. And then Mono said, I'm volunteering there, so they gave me a free 4-day pass. And I said, holy shit, okay, I'm not going to pass that opportunity. I go with Darlene, who is a crazy driver on the streets. And also with Michelle and her younger brother. And then we go to Anime Expo. This is my first experience. We'll save Anime Expo for another time. Just know that it was very hard to do that during the last days of Ramadan. I know. I should have just broke my fast when I was there because it was considered travel, so I could break my fast. But I didn't because I'm a trooper, but now I'm a stupid trooper. A strooper. But very, very, very stressful. Everything I'm saying is stressful, but I had fun in retrospect. Like, these are good times. Another thing that I did was I went to D.C. for a special reason. And I only stayed there for the weekend. And I told my teacher, because my class was at 7 p.m. I told my teacher, I'm coming back on Monday, and I'm coming straight to school. But he thought I was joking. So Darlene picked me up from the airport, although there was a miscommunication, so she was pretty late. And then she took me to school, and I walked into class with my baggage, my emotional baggage, but also with my actual baggage. And he said, holy shit, I didn't think you were serious about this. I'm like, I told you, man. But the thing is, here's the issue. Darlene already left. I don't have a ride home, and I have my bags with me. I'm in the middle of campus at fucking 9 p.m. So Luckily, one of my classmates, she gave me a ride home, which was nice. And then what else did we do in that stressful summer of 2016? Hmm. Pretty much it. Just and probably the best thing that we did was Andrew and I used to hang out every day at Up to You Cafe, and we'd write the script for Doko Coco, which is not. I don't know if anyone knows about this anymore, but we tried making a web series, but that crashed and burned hard. But we do have the script for 10 episodes, so that's great in case we ever decide to do that again.
Nice.
But yeah, we used to work on it every day. I don't know why we didn't do it digitally. I don't know why we didn't just get a laptop or even on someone's phone. I don't know why it was me talking and Andrew taking notes with a banana pen. I don't know why that was the entire summer. I still have the notes, but I can't read Andrew's handwriting. I need him to translate. So this is
Which Andrew?
White Drew.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, that was our summer. That was me and Andrew. We hung out all the time. We even walked to Burger King just to try their hot and Cheetos. No, cheese. Okay, I said that wrong, didn't I? Mac and Cheetos. Mac hot and Cheetos. Oh man, Mac and Cheetos. That's when they first came out. We tried them. They're aight. But yeah, that's pretty much 2016. That was a very casual, very stressful, but in retrospect, fun. And even when I went to DC, I tripped up the stairs because I forgot to get something from my apartment. I was afraid that my Uber was going to show up, and I didn't want to leave my bags alone. So I run up the stairs, trip, cut my hand, and was not able to put a Band-Aid or wash my hand until I arrived to DC into the hotel. There was nowhere did they have tissues or anything. It says a lot. But anyway, yeah, it's stressful summer, but fun nonetheless. Do you wanna mention a year?
Yes, the year was 1984.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even summoned yet.
Summoned. Correct. Correct way of describing your birth.
My birth? No, my mom found me in a McDonald's trash can.
Okay.
It's called equivalent exchange.
What did she give away? Half-eaten burger? What was it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what my life is equal to. Let's see. The year of 2016, I was just working.
That's the same summer I talked about.
Yeah, or was that 2015? Oh no! No, 2016 I was working. Yeah, so while you were having a stressful summer, I was just making money and getting my visa to go to Korea, because that was the year I left on my big study abroad adventure.
Which is episode
that was cool.
Something. I don't know which episode, but it's our study abroad episode. If you want to hear some details about that.
Yeah, and then the following year, I'll talk more about 2017, because I guess that's more memorable. So the following year was 2017. Coincidentally, I finished summer vacation, or I finished my spring semester of study abroad the same time my friend and her family were going to land in the Philippines. And actually, before I even left for Korea, they asked, hey, do you want to come to the Philippines with us next summer, like after your study abroad? And I said, first of all, I said no, because I had no interest in going to the Philippines, because I don't like being hot. And said, no, I'm okay. I'm like,
Is that your 4-year-old?
No, that's the 2-year-old. Hold on.
Go beat her up.
Can you cry somewhere else? Thank you.
I'm glad she understood.
She was crying right in front of my door. I'm like, what the fuck?
Now you have. There's our guest. There's our guest for the episode.
Did you hear?
Yeah, can you cry somewhere else? Diplomatic conversation.
Me talking to a baby.
Hey, can you fuck off
So
somewhere else?
she was crying because, like, I don't know, my niece, my other niece
He
didn't
made her
give her the
poop.
tablet.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, so they invited me to go to the Philippines, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not really I'm not really into that. Like, I don't want to go. But then roll around the end of spring, I think like mid semester, I had to think about flying back to America, and I was not ready. Like, I did not want to go home because I hate America. Just being here is the bane of my existence. So I was trying to prolong coming back. And initially, I wanted to go to Japan, but that would mean traveling alone. And that was like, I'm like, I can't do that. And I didn't think I could afford to either. Because I had some money, but like not enough, I think,
To blow
for
off
like
Japan.
3 weeks.
Especially because I think
Yeah.
Japan is a little bit pricier than most places.
Yeah. And so then I'm like, oh, man. And then I remembered, like, oh, Philippines. So I like talked to my friend, and I'm like, yo, like when are you guys going again? And they told me, oh, June 23rd. And I'm like, oh, like, would it be okay if I still join you guys? And they're like, yeah, like, we'll even, like, like, pay for your stuff because, the Philippines isn't that expensive. They said, so long as you buy your plane tickets, you can come with us. So I did that, and that's how I ended up in the Philippines. And majority of the time I was sleeping, and my friend's like, oh, you're so jet lagged. And I'm like, I'm not jet lagged, I'm sleep deprived. Like, the spring semester, fun fact, I only got 4 hours of sleep. If you don't remember me saying that, because I never did. I don't know. I like did not sleep the spring semester, so once summer came, I was just constantly like, traffic was not a problem for me in the Philippines because it just meant I got to, like, that's all I did. And then my mom's like, didn't you want to look at like the surroundings? And I'm like, what about it? And then like, yeah, so traffic wasn't cool. It wasn't that bad because it just meant sleeping, and went to a lot of malls. It was hot. I sweated a lot. On my first day there, my nose ring fell out, and I had a hard time putting it back in.
How'd it fall out?
I was cleaning my face, and it just fell out.
Oh,
it was weird. Rode a horse.
Was it very far away?
It was very far away. I can show you the picture later.
Was it even further than before?
No, I wouldn't know because that was my first time.
Okay.
I met my grandpa for the first time ever. On my mom's side, obviously, because my grandpa on my dad's side is dead. But
okay.
Yeah.
Also, he wouldn't be in the Philippines, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I met him for the first time, and it was really sad because I met my my aunt and my cousin, I guess, and he doesn't speak English, so my aunt had to translate for me. And one of the things he said was, "Oh, she eats too much rice," and I'm like, "Oh fuck." I'm just kidding. I bought him. Listen. I bought that kid a McDonald's meal, a Happy Toy. That's not something, because my family's not the wealthiest, so it's a luxury to them, buying a Happy Meal. I bought this kid a Happy Meal, and he calls me fat, bruh. Oh, best summer ever. But,
We haven't. Okay, you said some positive things, but man, we really have a negative outlook on summers.
No, actually, and then there was one interesting thing so when I was with my friend's family, she has uncle, cousin, I don't know what he is. Like, he's not that far off in age from, at least me. Like, he's kind of old. He's like, I think he was 26 or 27.
That's not old.
I mean, like, old.
I am 24.
Older.
Yeah.
Older.
Yeah, older.
And, for whatever reason, they just wanted to pair us together. They're like, oh, Erica and me, I forgot his name. Eric and Judah's cousin. So cute. I forgot his name. And like, and then like I was originally it was annoying to me because I'm like, bro, like I don't care. But then I started playing along with it, and they're like, "Oh, you must really like him," and I'm like, "What else am I supposed to do with this? Like, if I just argue against it, you guys will push it even farther. But if I play along, you guys push it farther. I don't know what to do."
You gotta yeet. You gotta yeet out of there.
And then there was one time that we were leaving. We went to a different city, and he went, but he like stayed behind in that city. And then jokingly we called him, and then my friend's aunt called him. It's like, "Oh, we have someone wants to talk to you." And then like we were jokingly like he puts the phone towards me, and then I say hi, and then he hangs up. Great times. I love summer.
So you got called fat by a young kid, and then you got ghosted by a guy that you're not even interested in.
Yep, I love it. It was a good time.
Great. That sounds like a great time.
Yeah, but I got to say I went to the motherland. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
you should visit.
Oh my god, I was on fucking television.
What did you do?
How could I forget? I went to okay. Listen, do Filipinos love their foreigners? So one of my aunts works at a hotel or something. I don't know what it was. Not my aunt, my friend's aunt. Like, man, I'm part of that family now. My friend's aunt works like for a hotel or something, and then they got tickets to go to this show called Showtime. And so what happened? So while we were there, because first off, I don't look Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to see someone like that watching your TV show. So they panned the camera onto me like 3 times, and it was really embarrassing because I'm like, I don't even know what to do here. Like, I know this show because they have a song like "This is your show." Oh wait, actually I don't know.
Oh man, fake.
Bum 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 bum. I don't know. You just like basically they said like if you ain't cheerful, we're sending you to the back. But we were already in the back, so it didn't. We were already in the back, so I'm like, how much farther are you gonna try to send me, like out the room? But so they like filmed me or like, got me on camera 3 times, and it was really I don't know special because my aunts back at home would be like, I saw Erica on TV because my aunts are Filipino and they watch Showtime. So I was on Showtime. For all the Filipinos out there, yes, I was on Showtime. Yes, I am famous in the Philippines because I'm half American and half Filipino. Watch my drama that's coming out this fall. It's called La Vida Rose.
What?
I don't know.
I'm glad you came up with not a generic name.
Yeah, I was thinking of a Jamba Juice drink.
I hate you. The last one. Bro, that's called PTSD.
I took the name La Vida Mocha and just take out Mocha and put where else. Yes, it is racism. Yes, it's offensive.
Should I go to the next summer?
Oh yeah. Well, that was my summer. I was on TV, got called fat, and ghosted. Wow.
We both had a great 2006. No, this was your 2017 summer, right?
Yeah, 2017.
Okay. Segue.
Wait, this is your sad summer, right?
No, this is a great summer.
2017?
Why was it my sad summer?
Taco Bell? I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good time. I guess I'll add Taco Bell. Well, I won't talk because there's a lot to talk about.
No, you mentioned Taco Bell before. You told the story, so don't tell it again.
Okay, good. Man, I really don't remember what we talk about in these. Summer 2017, okay? It came off of my last year of presidency in JSA, and our first win in a long time in Undokai. Also, some huge emotional stress that I went through in the last few months.
Cups of a rose.
Anyway, but here are some things that I would like to discuss. So over the summer, this one I spent most of the summer with usually the same gang, but like Noah and Jevin, usually they'd show up in the morning. I would be angry unless Jevin brought a sandwich, and then he'd calm me down because they'd wake me up. I would not even invite them. They know that they should show up eventually, but man, they'd wake me up. And if Jevin brings a sandwich, I'm okay with it. I hung out with our Japanese ALI friends at the time. Saki, well, they're still our friends, but they're not ALI anymore. Saki, Koba, Kai, Fuka, and a little bit Natsumi, not so much. Along with Albert and the usual gang as well. Marty until he went back to San Francisco. And hanging out with that group is always fun. What?
Don't forget Lizard.
Oh, Lizard used to, because he works at cafe 85 degrees
85-degree
bakery. It's not even, yeah, kind of a cafe, yeah, but 85 degrees bakery. And she would, I don't know if we can say this, can we? Whatever's left over from my favorite pastry, she would deliver it as on her way back, or on her way like leaving work and going home. She would drop it off at my place.
Oh shit, I'm calling the cops.
I mean, you should, because I'm not gonna lie, that was a great deal. Lizard was a homie. But yeah, we also hung out a lot with Lizard too. But here's some stories that we had. Anime Expo, I didn't go all 4 days because I learned that I didn't like it so much, so I only went one day, and I was trying to convince Saki to come with me because the other Japanese people went to San Francisco to visit Marty. Saki couldn't go, so I said, hey, want to come with me? She's like, oh man, anime fans scare me. I'm like, me too. I'm not even I get it, but I didn't want to drive alone going up because I don't know, what if I fall asleep? I have a terrible case of insomnia over the summer. So Albert eventually agreed, but Saki also agreed, and she introduced us to Yuna that day. And when Albert knocked on my door and he said, hey, did you get any sleep? How many hours did you sleep? And I said, none. I didn't sleep at all. And I start cussing, and I didn't notice that Yuna was there, and this was the first day we met her. But she was okay with me looking like a savage. But yeah, that happened. There was another time where Saki got locked out of her homestay, and Noah dropped her off back at my place, and she had school the next day, so she went to sleep in the guest room, and I stayed up all night watching Hajime no Ippo, because it'd be like that. It's a great show. And then when she woke up, she saw me in the last episode, and then she said, you didn't sleep? I said, I couldn't sleep. So these are like small good times. We had another time where Marcos was going to make me food for Ramadan. When I was fasting, he was going to make me my break fast, I guess. And we couldn't find a sauce that he needed, and we looked everywhere. It's past the prayer time. Like, I didn't eat until much later, but we couldn't find it anywhere. And then Marco was like, oh, I guess I'll just use the one I have already. I'm like, why the fuck didn't you use the one you had already? He said, it's for emergencies. I'm like, well, this is an emergency. I don't know why he just had like the sauce in his backpack. It's not even in his regular like plastic bag that he brought with food in it or ingredients. He just had specifically that sauce in his backpack. Truly a chef. And of course, his food is amazing. There's also another time where Marcos did hamburgers. Hamburgers. But he was hamburgers. But when he was doing it, Noah, being a fucktard sometimes, threw all the like there was leftover pasta that nobody was eating anymore, and he threw it, instead of throwing it in the trash, he threw it down the trash dispenser. And then garbage dispenser, the place where you put it in the sink and it makes a sound.
Yeah.
So he put it there, and he would press it a few times, and we just assumed that it's gone. But no, it started flooding my apartment. Black water started popping up out of nowhere. Fucking SeaWorld was making no, not SeaWorld. There was a documentary about it. We had to call this poor Mexican guy that works as emergency maintenance, and I called him and I said, hello, we're drowning. And then he said, "Can it wait?" Because if he doesn't have to come back to the grounds, because this was past his shift. This is only for emergencies. So he said, "Can it wait?" And I'm like, "I mean, if you want us to die, but yeah, sure." He says, "Okay, because I called him twice. The first time I said, "I think we can handle it. We'll just not use it." It's flooded, but it didn't overflow yet. The sinks were near full, and then I don't know who touched what, but shit started just popping out everywhere. Everyone was like picking up the stuff off the counters so that it doesn't get wet. People were throwing the small little hand towels around so it would catch the black water. I called him and I said, "We need you right now," and he starts saying, "Okay," and he starts running. We hear him from a distance. He said, "Go to your upstairs neighbors and tell them to not use the water." I said, "Okay, let's make enemies." So I go up there and like, "Hello, I'm drowning. Can you not use your water?" It's like, "It's okay. We're about to leave right now." We go back down. I just tell Marcos, "Okay, you fuck off with." I forgot who else was there aside from Saki and Koba because they stayed in the apartment. Noah and the others, you go fuck off to the party room and make the burgers because we can't make people wait anymore. We're hungry. So he said, "Okay," and I'll just deal with the maintenance guy. He shows up. He saves our lives. Everyone looked traumatized. A month later, we all had signs saying we survived, and we were at the crime scene, like where it happened. So it was a very stressful, great time that we had. Thanks, Noah, for giving us the Black Flood of 2017. And then it's just these nights with the boys were a great time. Another memorable night a day was when Saki and Koba were leaving because we got really close to them. Specifically those two, Kai and Fuka. They kind of had their own thing going on over the summer, but they're still close friends. Natsumi also kind of. We only saw her like maybe 2-3 times. But we decided to surprise them 7 a.m. at ALI and say goodbye. A bunch of us. Me, Albert, Violetta. Marty was supposed to be on the phone, but I think he was asleep. Cindy was on the phone or something. I can't remember. Jevin, Noah, etc. Lizard. I think Lizard showed up. I can't remember. But anyway, but we wanted to make them think that the night before was the last time we see them. And even the day before that, I was driving in the car, and Saki and other people were in the car, and I turned on the radio, and they were playing "See You Again," the Charlie Puth Wiz Khalifa song. And then I said, "Ooh, that's a bad time to put the song." And then she says, "No." And then she turns it up. She says, "It's time." And then I'm like, "Oh, you didn't need to be that weird." But the day before they left, we made them think that this was the last time we're going to see them. And they were super nice. They even came over to my place. "What are you doing? What's happening?"
I'm not doing anything.
Okay. So they come over to my place to say bye one more time, not knowing that this was not the last time. But I was pretending to be like sleepy. Well, I was kind of sleepy. But I was trying to not talk to them or give them much attention so tomorrow would be sweeter. I looked like an asshole. The next morning, they show up. Everyone starts crying. We're having a great time. We say goodbye, and it was amazing. The rest of the summer, Saki went through this phase where she had a flower, and she would update it on Instagram, and then when she would miss a day, we'd call her and say, "Did you kill the flower?" Because now we're invested in it. It was a good time. One of the best nights of my life happened that summer, which is when we watched a live SmackDown live show. And that show not only had like 2 different championship matches, it also had the women's Money in the Bank match. And we later that night ran into Shinsuke Nakamura and Akira Tozawa, which was an amazing experience. We took pictures with them. So that summer also I spent a lot of time with Yumemi because she had a summer job that I helped her get. What's up? But anyway, she would also stay at my place sometimes. Sometimes she also got her own place briefly. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my stars. Okay. So, I hope... bless you. Yeah, that's what people say. So that I hung out with you maybe that summer. 2 very funny... I mean, there's many, but 2 standout moments was one time she went to New York. She came back. And then she said, "Shaheen, I got you a souvenir from New York." And then she gave me these M&M underwear that says, "You know you want me" on it. and her boyfriend was in the room at the time, her ex, but at the time it was her actual boyfriend. And I said, "You got me underwear?" And then he turns around, he says, "You got him underwear?" And then we're all confused. And she's like, "No, it's just a pajama. It's a pajama." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I wore it as a pajama, and oh my god, it's so revealing. Cindy gives me so much crap. She's like, "Shane, can you look decent when people visit?" I said, "This is my pajamas." And I start crying because I'm trying to fight for my rights. This was a gift, and I can't interpret it any other way. Otherwise, it just turns weird. But anyway, that was a good time. Yumemi and I also watched all of Kuroko no Basket. Just because it was on my list. Wow. And I was watching it, and then she got into it, and eventually, because she would go to her job, and I would hang out with the boys, and then when you come back, she said, "Shaheen, I'll be honest, I was thinking about Kuroko all day. I want to watch it," and I said, "Yeah, me too." I'm glad that we're both kind of lame. We watched all of it. We had a great time. The last thing that was a standout in 2017 summer was we filmed a movie that will never get released.
Noah?
I didn't even want to say it because I give him so much crap.
But no, this is a call-out post, Noah. Release the fucking video.
this is like YouTube drama. No, I don't know why. But anyway, we're trying to keep it in the past.
Where's
because every time I bring it up, my heart breaks a little bit. But we filmed a movie called Average Joe, and it's supposed to be a superhero parody, and it's pretty funny. Albert was amazing as the main villain of that movie. Joe played himself. Andrew was great. Yumemi was in it. It was a great movie. The first movie to cost us something because we bought lapel mics and we bought a cape and eye patch. You could see where this is going, but it was a good time. But unfortunately, it's in the vault that we don't have access to. But yeah, that was summer 2017. It was up, down, right, left. It was absolutely a good time. Even a day where we watched Cars 3 for $4. Me, Cindy, Violetta, and I forgot who's the fourth person. Please try and remember. Yumemi's the last fourth person. Was it just 4 people? Please tell me that. Oh, I hope there was somebody that. Albert. I hope. Anyway, but yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time.
People stress a lot.
Can you not eat while we're doing?
No. Bro,
Are you eating?
Diabetic.
Wait.
No, I'm not.
You're not eating?
I have a speech impediment. No, you're just being really fucking rude. Yes, I was eating.
Wait, what are you eating?
Rice.
Just rice?
No.
What's on it?
This is making me uncomfortable.
I just want to know what you're eating.
Do you know what tinola is?
No, we can just leave this conversation in the past. So anyway.
It's Filipino food.
Well, you said a word that I didn't know and it scared me, so I'm not gonna...
Tinola? It's just tinola.
Is it like what's it called when you mess up the letters to make a different word? What is that called? Starts with an A.
An anagram?
An anagram. Is it an anagram of Nutella?
No, bitch, because it's spelled Tinola.
But like, try to make Nutella happen. It'll happen. Nutella. Nutella. Notilla.
That's my stripper name.
Notilla.
So, People's Choice Award. When we asked, what is your perfect summer vacation? Someone says, I really want to go on a road trip with my friends. I agree. Like, I've been thinking this would be so fun. Realistically, though, I know I would probably end up hating my friends by the end of it. But, the theory of going on a road trip sounds fun. I just imagine, being stuck, especially for someone like me, being stuck in a car 4+ hours for, that's not even a lot, right? 4+ hours with people drives me crazy. So if I was on a 12-hour haul with people, if we were driving from San Diego to San Francisco, I don't think the trip would be that fun anymore. But the idea of doing it sounds like the ideal summer vacation to me.
As someone who has driven more hours than he should have, if you ever go on a road trip, please do not piss off the driver. He or she is going through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I think if you want to hate anyone else on that trip, hate literally anyone else on that trip, just not the driver, because it's stressful.
Usually never the driver. I
Yeah.
imagine it's everyone else.
And I think the larger the group, the easier it is
The
to
worse
not.
it is?
No, it's the easier not to
Oh.
fight, because when someone's pissing you off, you can just hang out with someone else within the group. Unless that person's, because when we went on a cruise in San Diego with a bunch of JSA people, when it was 12 of us, there was so much attention to give to people that I don't even remember ever being like angry with anyone. You know, like it's so easy to, especially because I'm not even okay. The girls, I heard that they had some issues with each other. Like they'd get pissed off quickly. The guys, five of us.
That's what girls do.
Yeah, 5 of us. We didn't even give a fuck. Like on that cruise, it was the smallest bathroom, and we'd have at the same time one guy shitting, one guy brushing his teeth, and the other guy taking a shower. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay. One guy, his poop didn't flush down. I woke up. I used the bathroom. It smelled like ass. And then when I got up later on, I said, "Who the fuck didn't know how to flush a toilet?" After they've taken a shit. And then
Which one of you took a shit?
And then one of the guys just looks at me and he says, "I see you met Bobby," and that's it. Just diffused the entire situation. But yeah, I I agree. I will choose. I will go next. The one that I'm choosing. There's 2 of them that were pretty similar. One of them said, "It was and always will be spending it with the people I love." So in my case, other fat people. Friends, family, and the other one is friends, family, fun, and freedom. Being able to hang out / spend time with people to travel / do new things. I'm assuming they ran out of characters. But yeah, as shown by our stories, sometimes all you need is a good company. And the adventure kind of happens by itself. It's a good time, is my point. Oh shit, summer 2017, I also traveled to Cancun for a wedding with Miki as my +1.
A wedding?
Yeah, my Mexican friend, my Mexican female friend married German male friend that I introduced to each other a year or 2 prior. So they said, "Shaheen, we have to invite you." So Miki and I were the only people there that were not Mexican or German. I felt honored.
Why haven't you done that for me?
I didn't know you were interested. I don't know who you do. You?
Yeah,
I did
no.
try to help you. What the fuck? I tried helping
But
you
it's
with the
the thought.
karaoke guy.
Oh yeah, but I didn't want that.
Yeah, see, I mean, I tried. Just because you don't want something on the market that I brought you doesn't mean... I even left dinner when it was you, me, and Michelle coming out later this spring. It's spring, fucking summer. And I went upstairs to check if he was there. So, you know, you go to your hunting ground.
Oh.
Like, I did my part.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not married, so like, did you really?
It's because you're picky. With them, it was a party, and I said, "Hey, you should totally do something." And then I stayed up until 5 a.m. until he finally talked to her, and then we had to leave because I had an exam in 2 hours. And then when I was dropping her off, I said, "Lena, he likes you. Just message him." She's like, "No, he doesn't like me. Like, he likes you." And then we stay quiet for like a minute, and then she says, "Oh my god, he liked me, didn't he?" I said, "Yeah, just fucking message him." And then I messaged him and I said, "Hey, she likes you too." Message her. She's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I'm like, "Michael, stop being such a little bitch." Because he's German, so he's not allowed to show emotions. But yeah, no, they end up together. It was great. I'm happy for them. They're gonna name their second child
I'm
after
happy
me.
for them too.
Yeah.
Did they even have their first child?
No, but I don't want to
Okay.
ruin their first child. But anyway, yeah. What's your second point?
My second one is bum ba da bum. Barbecues and the beach.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Beach. Who am I?
Nicki Minaj. I don't know how many people know this, but I actually really, 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 really love the beach. I don't like swimming, but I like going there and watching the waves crash into the shore. Like, it's one of my favorite things to do. Helps me calm down. So I love the beach. Even in Korea, like, it was in the middle of winter. And I'm like, damn, I want to go to the beach. So that's what I did. It's pretty cool.
What
And
about the barbecue part?
I read that as bonfire, so I'm gonna barbecue marshmallows over a bonfire, so that's my interpretation.
True.
Because I don't really do barbecues. I was just thinking bonfire.
Yeah, bonfires are where it's at when you go to the beach.
Mm-hmm. So, and like, I think doing more of that seems more, because it's not, I don't like being like hectic, you know, movements and stuff. So like chill.
I don't like to breathe so much.
Yeah. Or running. I don't like running either. So, you know.
Heard, yeah.
Yeah, beaches and barbecue. It's like a chill. Like, if I didn't have any cool plans over the summer, I would hope at least I could do this. Go to the beach or bonfire barbecue. That's it.
Okie dokie. The last one for me, and I think we're both going to discuss this one because we're both involved in it, is JSA's legendary.
This is when we do a fusion.
Have you ever? Okay. When they fuck it up, it's funny though.
I'm dancing. You can't see me, but I just did it.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I guess I'll do it. Knocks over everything. JSA's legendary summer squad of 2018.
Oh my god, I was a part of that.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it first, or should I go first?
Who was a part of that? That's what I want to know.
Who was a part of the summer squad? I'm just counting my whole damn summer because there was always someone in that group there.
I'm not going to mention who. So basically, there was a core group of us that we would see each other more than once a week. That's where we got the eggplant story. That's the summer we were like, let's do a podcast.
That is the summer that we. It's all.
I mean, it's the only.
When we have Karina as a guest, we'll hover over the idea that the fact that her story is the one that started
origin story.
The origin story of this podcast. But yeah, you'll have to wait for that.
Yeah.
Assuming you don't know it already.
So, at the first half of the summer, it was spent with Shaheen, honestly. But after it wasn't even that much. It was like, I think I just left 3 weeks before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't like I missed out on a lot, but I missed out on the best part, I think. I went to Korea, drank a lot, was kind of concerned for my health. There was one time, coughed up blood. Don't know how that happened, but here I am today, stronger than ever. And no one called me fat. To my face. But I also went to Japan for the first time, and that was very exciting. Got to see my bestest Japanese friend ever, Mookie. She doesn't listen to this, so I don't know why I'm hyping her up. But I did get to see Mookie, and I was really, really happy, because she was really happy for me to be there. And I didn't realize, I didn't think about it, because I just thought she was tired, but she was very quiet the day I had to leave, which was earlier in the morning, so I just assumed she was tired. So we didn't really talk on the train or anything. We just kind of sat there in silence, and I was tired because I didn't get any sleep because I'm a fool, doesn't know how to discipline herself properly. So I was just like, I don't really mind not talking. But she didn't want to talk because I guess she was sad. Like, I think she was really sad that I was leaving. And, you know, how she be. And so then, as we're parting ways, because she couldn't take me all the way there because it would cost too much money, and she had to go to school that day. So she's just like, she didn't have enough. So I was like, it's whatever, I'm not mad. And so when we were parting ways, she's like, I'm gonna miss you, Erica. And I'm like, okay. And then she starts crying, and I'm like, oh no, don't cry, please. Please don't cry. And then I just like, and then the train was coming, and I'm like, I gotta go. Stop crying. No, very good with it. So I just said we'll see each other again. But yeah, it was fun. I got to see the Gundam statue. I got to eat matcha. Love matcha. And I also discovered I hated Tokyo. Yeah.
Which we also discussed before
Yeah.
in a
Yeah, yeah,
previous
yeah.
spot. Which one was that?
Did I mention?
Pet
I
peeves?
hope I didn't
Is that
mention
your
the
problem?
Loki story. It's a waste of time. But yeah, trying McDonald's in Japan was fun.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
All right, your turn. How was 2018 for you? Because I don't think I was there.
2018 summer was both the best and worst summer I've had recently. And the reason for that was I got to go to my dream destination, Hawaii. I went all out.
Yeah.
I'm usually not an extravagant person. I live my life one shoe at a time. And Hawaii was the only place where I said, I'm going to treat myself. I had a great, grand, wonderful time in Hawaii. Definitely a place I want to go again. It's every bit as good as I thought it would be, and I'm glad. Usually, so when something is overhyped, you kind of go there and you get disappointed. But no, it's everything I wanted it to be. Beautiful place. I also hung out with the group again, the summer squad. We did a lot of stupid things. Some things that are worth mentioning are probably one of the weirdest sagas, which is the Hannah Montana saga. The story begins with me, Jevin, Cisco, Alfredo, and then who else? Wait, me?
Karina came in later.
Yeah, no. She's a surprise guest. It was me, Alfredo. No, just the four of us, right? Yeah. We went to go get Pokey, and then we went to. This day was supposed to just be a normal hangout, and we go to Book Off, and then God, Cisco and I should not hang out together because we badly influence each other. We were looking at games, and I look at Hannah Montana, and I said, haha, we should buy this game and just 100% it right now, like. And then Cisco said, "You won't do it." I'm like, "Fuck, man, now I gotta do it." What the fuck? Why would you say that? I said, "I'll fucking do it right now." I was like, "Let's do it." So we buy the game. It was like $2. We go home like excited children, like we just bought Super Smash Brothers or something, and then we sit down and we start playing Hannah Montana, the movie, the game, and it is you kind of play concerts and there's like free roaming. And it's so stupid. Okay, each one of us had their own arcs throughout the game. It took us 5 hours to 100% the game. Not only the story mode, but like premium trophy, platinum. What's premium trophy? Platinum trophy. And then probably the best like sub story was Cisco's, who was holding back the team. We all had when we did our turn at the concert, we all got the top. Not like we had some mistakes, but we got the top score, like an A or S or whatever it was. The only one that didn't and therefore didn't get the trophy was Cisco. And then we kind of shamed him, but we're like, it's okay, he'll get better. Like we'll get better, but he keeps hating on himself, but he got better. At the end, he finished the last concert, the hardest one. He's the one that carried us home. And then there was this weird part where you had to dress Hannah Montana and you get to do the patterns on her clothes. And I think Alfredo and Jevin handled those. I don't know how, but they did it. They were doing it like they were giving it way too much attention. And then there's carnival games in the game itself. And there's one game that you play 4-player. So we did play it together, and that's when Karina came over. Karina asked to stay the night because she was going to help me clean up my apartment so she can pack up because I'm moving out, and also because her workspace is closer from my apartment, so it's a win-win situation. So she comes in and she looks at the screen. It's like, "What are you guys playing, Mario Party?" And we all start laughing our asses off. And like, even better, she came back and she realized it's the Hannah Montana game. And then she starts documenting this experience. Anyone who knows Karina, please ask her for the clips. I have some of them, but I think they expired online. But I'm gonna ask for them again. They're amazing clips that she took of, like, because what happened was we were anticipating the last trophy, and while we're going to do it, I told Jevin to play the climb. so that we have like this emotional background music while we're doing it. And we're doing it, and everyone's like looking at the screen, and it's a very emotional moment. And every time we're about to do it, we wouldn't get the trophy. We're like, fuck, what are we doing wrong? And we have to go back because we have to buy certain things, but we bought the wrong things. It's stupid, but we have to buy like certain items of clothing or something, and we kept buying patterns instead of clothes. I don't know. But when we finally did it, we started crying and hugging each other. And Karina has the whole clip. It's hilarious. And we celebrated. We took a picture. It's an amazing experience over one of the shittiest games I've ever played. It was just fun because we had good people there. But yeah, what a wonderful time. Also, ever since coming, and this is moving from the Hannah Montana saga, ever since going to Hawaii, because Hawaii, I went to the beach almost every day, like jumping into the water, which is, that's what you do. But when I came back to San Diego, we went to the beach, and I jumped into the ocean, and I realized, like, it was me, Riker, and Oliver, and I questioned, why the fuck is this my first time jumping into the ocean in San Diego? Because the only time I've ever been into the ocean in San Diego was when I was thrown in Undukai, but that doesn't count. But like swimming and just having a good time, why was that my first time? I'm a fool for wasting 5 years. Then another huge high of that summer was Newport Beach. Caitlin's uncle, I think, has a house there, and he usually rents it out to people. But there's an opening that we had, and Caitlin said, "Why don't we just invite some of the JSA peeps and go up there and just hang out?" And I said, "Well, considering I'm going to be homeless past this date, yeah, I'm down." So I just moved. God, it was such a stressful night because we moved out everything. We took all the boxes. We moved them to Cisco's apartment. A lot of people helped me. A lot of people helped. I sold some things to friends and gave away certain things. It was sad leaving the apartment. It was very hard, but I mean, what are you gonna do? That midnight, I go to campus, drop off my last box. Thanks Cisco for being a huge help to me throughout the entire moving experience. And then I went to pick up Yuna, picked up Caitlin. And then Yuna said that she forgot her makeup, and I was like, "Is it really that important?" And she said, "Yes." You know Yuna. So I had to go back to campus, and then I went to pick up Eriko, and then Karina, and then we drove to Newport Beach. A beautiful house, beautiful area. The whole thing was amazing. We could jump into the water right from the backyard. A lot of people joined us. There was Albert, Owen, Gina, Brian came for a day, Nadine. Who else? I think that's it. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. Yeah. I'll talk more in detail about Newport Beach in another podcast that is more relevant. But I don't know how relevant we can get from this. But a lot of things happened in that trip that was just hilarious and a good time. Especially there's one very important story that happened there that was really good. But no, it was such a simple living situation. Because we would just go, like the first night we went there, we went to Mitsuya around 6, 7 p.m., got ingredients, went back to the house. People were cooking, people were talking, people were playing video games or watching whatever's on TV. And we're just hanging out. And it was such an easygoing, it was a huge change from what we usually experience, with just stress and moving here and there, you know what I mean? And it was, I don't know, it was a very well-deserved chill time. And then the very last thing about summer 2018 that I did that's not depressing was I got 2 tickets to the Safari Zoo because of the JSA White Day auction, and I needed to use them. And then Eriko and Yuna wanted to go, so I took one free ticket, and they split the other one, so that means they bought an extra ticket, but they both paid half for it. We went to the safari. I was homeless. I was living at Cisco's. This was my last day. And we just dick around. We go through this is my first time to Safari Zoo, not the regular zoo. But I go to the Safari Zoo. We have a great time. We take this parent-child picture. And then we had dinner at, what's it called? True Food Kitchen. where it's like bougie food because we thought let's end the day on a high note, and then we hung out with other people. Went to this was July 4th, and we went to see the fireworks. It was wild. What a great time. And that's it. Everything else was depressing. Not a lot of people could come to the airport because scheduling times were horrible, and they had to leave from LAX. Albert, Cindy, and Nadine managed to get there, and I appreciate them for doing so. Well, Albert took me there, so that's even a better thing. Albert and I spent the night in a hotel, and yes, you can interpret that every way you want it to be. Then it was just a good time. It was a great time, but very sad. And then when I left, the rest of the summer was just ass. But it was good in the beginning. It was good while it lasted, but that's pretty much summer 2018.
Nice.
And thus concludes this week's episode. Please tune in next week for our next episode, which will be about something that we didn't decide yet because we're that mysterious. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I hope you guys have a wonderful summer loaded with adventures and shenanigans that you will look back and think, yep, this was definitely a good time. Erica, anything you want to say before I give them their gift?
No, I'm good.
Okay, here's for sticking through the whole goddamn thing. I didn't like that one. I didn't like it.
Oh, I didn't either. Not top 10 material.
Okay, wait. I can't. I don't know. I'm dying.
No, I'm good.
Okay, there we go. There we go. I just had to choke myself a little bit.
Wow. All right, cool.
Yeah. I don't need to poop anymore.